And I want a job. I do not want to like spend a lot of time at college for it. I don't really like the idea of college, but I do because it opens up a lot of more career paths. Because the job that you can do with like a high school graduation degree or something like that, it's about like barbering or being like a shampooer with like shampooing for hair and stuff like Leisha.
Who told you that?
We was on an app. We was on a job. I took a survey and it came up with human services and other few jobs. Along those human services, I found a lot of jobs that I am could be good at, but I just don't feel like they're good enough. You know?
Okay.
So I want to do Martin in the technology field, but I feel like human services is also really good.
Martin, what? University?
No, just Martin. I think it's I don't know, but Martin. And it stands for Computer System Analysis. Oh no, Martin is like building things and good at math. Haven't heard of this?
Hmm. Oh, these are names. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's just because that says Michaela Anthony. So those are names.
And also, right here, I think it says how long will it have to be to get the jobs. A 4-year college degree, bachelor's degree plus teacher's license. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
That sounds so long. Also, do you know what a bachelor's degree is?
Mhm.
It's like everywhere. Like, is
That's
it
what I have.
is it really easy to get?
It's just a 4-year degree. Just means you went to college for 4 years. An
Oh,
associate's is for 2 years. Master's is 6 years, and a doctorate is 8 years.
okay. One of my human services was it could be mental health. What's it called again? Mental health counselors.
Possibly.
Uh,
Or a therapist,
or physical therapy. I mean,
well, they have physical therapy is a doctor.
yeah.
So they have, physical therapists, occupational speech therapy. Those are type of doctors. They just are a specialty doctor. So you have your regular MD, which is just a normal medical doctor, or usually like a family doctor, just a general practitioner. And then you have other doctors that specialize in something. So physical therapy, or even like a mental therapist. They could be a doctor, or um, a surgeon, or obstetrics and gynecology,
Oh,
pediatrics. There's so many different specialties that you can go in. So you don't necessarily just become a doctor, you become a specialty doctor.
oh, okay.
But that's an 8-year degree usually to become a doctor, and then whatever specialty you choose to go in.
Oh, okay. So I, I don't want to say this as like a recommendation from you, but what job would you think? Well, what occupation would you think I would be best in? Would you think I would be best in technology field or human services?
Well, I think you do really well with people, but I also think that you are really good at a technical piece as well. So I think you'd be good with engineering or computers or something like that along those lines.
I would think that too. It all just seems really hard.
No, it's not.
I mean, not bad, but college sounds bad.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be at college as an extra from school, and you have to choose which college, and it's just a pain.
Well, I mean, when you get to that point, we'll see if you're still interested or not interested. College is not something I'm gonna make you go to. It does help, but a lot of these trades I wish we would have knew about, or are actually sometimes more beneficial than college, because I have a degree and I've never used it, and I just wasted my money on all those student loans paying for an education that I've never utilized. So
So,
I am not going to force college on you. But if there's something specific that you want to get into, like engineering or becoming a doctor, you're going to have to go to college. If you want to pick up a trade, like become, like you said, a barber or a mechanic or, building things, construction, welding, things like that, those are trades. So you don't necessarily you don't go to college for those. You go to trade school or vocational school, which is only like 2 years. And you learn that trade and you become an expert in that area. So, like electricians, plumbers, those are trades that people go and they pick up. You go to like an apprentice school and you learn that specific trade.
Oh, like a veteran. Says right here they have 1 year apprenticeships.
For a veteran?
I mean, for a veteran.
It says veteran?
Yeah.
Or it says veterinarian?
Veterinarian. Oh.
Does it say veterinarian?
I think so.
Let me
see. Veterinarian?
Yeah, that's veterinarian.
What is that?
That's kind of like so they have doctors that specialize in animals. So that's all a veterinarian is it's a doctor that is a doctor to animals. But I guess you don't have to necessarily become a doctor to be a veterinarian. You can go through a 1 year apprentice and because a doctor for an animal is a lot less complex than a doctor for people. So it wouldn't require much school.
Okay.
So if you have a love for animals, which you don't, you could become a veterinarian.
I just don't like rough dogs, like Winky.
Yeah, so you don't want to get in that field because you have to have a love for all dogs. You're going to have some big, rough, Beethoven looking dogs that slobber everywhere and make a mess, and that's just what dogs do.
Okay, one thing before I go. Mm-hmm. So, can you get a degree in something? Like, because you said you got a degree. Mm-hmm. Like, how do you use it, and is it like in a specialty?
Yeah, so that's what I was just talking about. Like, doctors, they have a degree in whatever, they have a doctorate degree, so they have a degree in that specialty. A lawyer has a law degree. They become, they're a lawyer. My degree is in healthcare administration. I've never worked in healthcare. You can have a degree in business, a degree in, whatever, psychology.
Ooh, psychology.
A degree, you can have a degree in pretty much anything. Ministers or pastors, they have degrees in, it's called like a Christian theological seminary. So they have like a biblical degree that allows them to preach. So everything kind of, I'm not going to say everything requires a degree, but everything usually requires some form of degree or certification of training, some type of schooling of some sort. Basic jobs like customer service jobs, restaurants and stuff like that, not going to require anything. But if you want to go out here and you want to do something that is like a specialty, you have to learn that skill, or you have to get degreed in that area. So you go to college and you say, hey, I want to get a degree in law. I want to get a law degree. And there's different branches of law. So not everyone that has a degree in law becomes a lawyer. Some people become, they just work in like the prosecutor's office. They just help, file the paperwork. They just have like some type of criminal degree that allows them. And then there's different type of lawyers. So there's, family lawyers. There's divorce lawyers. There's injury lawyers. There's probate lawyers. So there's just different branches of everything. Doctors. There's so many different type of doctors. There's psychiatrists. There's occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy. There's doctors that only deal with, bone doctors. There's skin doctors. There's dermatologists. Those are skin doctors. There's so it just really depends on what you want to focus in on. Now, if you just say, I just want to be a doctor, well, that's just a general practice. They do general checkups and stuff like what your doctor does. She's just an MD. She's just a general practice doctor. Now, if it's something that you need that she can't do, she'll send you to a specialty doctor. She'll say, I'm going to refer you to a specialist.
Okay.
So that's how that works. Like, you get the degree, and you either get a general degree that kind of just covers a broad range of things, or you get a specific degree that is specifically for what you want to do. So if you want to go in for engineering, you can get an engineering degree, or you can get a computer science. You can go in for computer science, computer technology. You can go in for cyberspace security, which is just trying to learn how to, keep hackers from hacking stuff. You can learn how to build websites. Just whatever it is that interests you. That's what you go in and that's what you find.
Okay.
And then you just go from there. If you don't quite know what interests you yet, then that's when you just go in for general. Like, I would just go in for a general degree until you kind of find what you want, and then make it something more specific. Me, I chose healthcare administration because at the time they made it seem like healthcare was paying so much money, and there would be so many jobs and this, and this, and I've never worked in healthcare. I've never even used my degree. So I said, for me, it was a waste of money. Because I don't need a degree to sell insurance, but I do need a license. So there's other things that you can go and get licenses for. So, like, I have a license to sell insurance. I have a license to assess damage of property. And I have other certifications under my belt. So you can just go get a license or a certification. You don't have to necessarily go to college and get a degree.
Okay.
I'm not going to force that on you, like I said, because at the end of the day, I'm going to be the one paying for your college. So why am I going to force you to go and mess up my money if you don't like it? That don't make sense. So I just rather you do what it is that interests you. That way you'll be good at it. Because if you do something that just because I want you to do it, you won't be good at it. And like I said, like police officers, they don't need degrees to become a police officer. You join the police academy, you go through their training, and it's like a license. You just go through their training. You become an officer. You don't have to have a degree. But, people go and get degrees and they still turn out to be something else. That's why I like the military. With Ty being in the military, he doesn't have a degree yet. He's just in the military. So when he's working on a degree, his degree will help him move up and become like an officer in the military. But military don't require a degree. You just go in and you say, hey, I want to join. And if you qualify physically and mentally, then you just join. To become a chef. A chef doesn't require a degree. You go to like the culinary arts school, attend their program, and you get like a certification as a chef. But it's not a degree. So everything doesn't require a degree.